Imagine this, the sun is setting, the air grows cold. One moment you are on a trail, enjoying the beauty of nature. The next, you are alone, utterly alone. The path is gone. The sounds of civilization have vanished, replaced by the whisper of the wind through the trees and the distant call of an unknown animal. Panic starts to creep in, a cold feeling in your stomach, your heart beats faster. You call out, but only the echo of your own voice answers. This is the moment when a simple day hike turns into a desperate fight for your life. The wilderness does not care about your plans or your fears. It is a powerful, unforgiving force. This is not a movie. This is not a story you read in a book. This could be your reality. It happens faster than you think. A wrong turn, a sudden storm that washes away the path, a slip and fall that leaves you disoriented and far from safety. Suddenly the beautiful landscape becomes a deadly trap. The mountains that look so majestic from a distance now loom over you like giant silent threats. The dense forest that seems so peaceful now feels like a maze with no exit. Every shadow could be hiding a danger. Every sound could be a warning. Your comfortable world is gone, and you are at the edge of nowhere, with only your wits to save you. The first enemy you will face is not a bear or a snake. It is the voice inside your head. The voice that tells you to give up, that you are doomed. Fear is a powerful poison. It clouds your judgment. It makes you weak. It can paralyze you when you need to act the most. Resisting that fear is your first and most important battle. You must silence the doubt and focus on one thing and one thing only: survival. Every decision you make from this point forward will determine whether you see another sunrise. Your situation is dire. The stakes are as high as they can be. But you are not helpless. You are alive. Your phone has no signal. Your map is lost. The sun has disappeared below the horizon, and darkness is falling like a thick black blanket. The temperature is dropping fast. You are not prepared for a night in the open. You have no tent, no sleeping bag, and very little food or water. The reality of your situation hits you like a physical blow. You must think. You must act. This guide is about what to do in those critical hours and days. It is about turning fear into focus. It is about giving you the knowledge to fight back against the wild and win the ultimate prize, your life. This is your crash course in survival. Survival is not just about knowing how to build a fire or find water. It is a state of mind. It is about a deep, primal instinct that every human possesses, the will to live. This is the force that will drive you to keep going when your body is screaming for you to stop. It is the quiet determination that pushes you to take one more step, to climb one more hill, to endure one more cold night. When you are lost and alone, this inner fire is your most valuable resource. You must protect it and feed it. You must believe, with every fiber of your being, that you can make it back. Hope is not a luxury, it is a weapon. Think of the incredible stories of survival you have heard. People who have endured weeks lost in the Amazon jungle, sailors who have survived months adrift at sea, climbers who have crawled for days with broken legs to find help. What did they all have in common? They refused to die. They faced unimaginable hardship, pain, and despair, but they never gave up. They found strength they never knew they had. That same strength is inside you right now. It is waiting to be called upon. The human spirit is incredibly resilient. It can overcome almost any obstacle when it is focused on the single goal of staying alive. The key is to break down the overwhelming challenge of survival into small, manageable tasks. Do not think about surviving for a week. Just focus on surviving the next hour. Find shelter from the wind. Find a source of clean water. Find something to keep you warm. Each small victory will build your confidence and strengthen your resolve. It is a mental game. Celebrate every success, no matter how small. Finding a dry piece of wood for a fire is a win. Finding edible berries is a win. Seeing the sun rise after a long, cold night is a massive win. These moments will fuel your will to live. This essay is your guide to winning those small victories. It will give you the practical knowledge you need to face the dangers of the wild. But remember, the skills are useless without the right mindset. You must be calm, resourceful, and relentless. You must become a survivor, not a victim. The wild will test you in ways you cannot imagine. It will push you to your physical and mental limits. But by embracing the will to live and arming yourself with knowledge, you can face that test. You can endure. And you can come out on the other side, stronger than you ever thought possible. Your journey back to safety starts now. You are not alone in the wilderness. This is their home, not yours. You are a guest, an intruder. Wild animals want nothing to do with you. Avoidance is your best defense. Make noise as you move. Talk, sing, or clap, so animals know you're there. This gives them time to move away. A surprised animal is a dangerous animal. Keep your camp clean and store food away from your shelter. Avoidance keeps you safe. Sometimes, despite all your precautions, an encounter is unavoidable. If you see a bear, do not run. Stand your ground, speak calmly, and make yourself look big. For grizzlies, never run, stand firm, and if attacked, play dead. Wolves are shy, but if a pack approaches, make noise, look big, and never let them circle you. Show confidence. Most wild animals will move on. The most dangerous animals aren't always the biggest. Venomous snakes, spiders, and scorpions are masters of camouflage, hiding in leaves, rocks, and even your boots. Always watch where you step and check your gear. Even small creatures can pose a serious risk. Prevention is key. Be mindful of your surroundings and respect all wildlife. Stay alert, stay smart, and stay safe. The sky can turn from friend to foe in minutes. A sudden storm brings wind, cold, and deadly lightning. Your survival depends on quick action. Watch for darkening clouds, rising winds, and that metallic scent. Move before the first drop falls. Seek low ground, avoid open fields and tall trees, and never shelter in a dry riverbed. If caught in the open, crouch low on the balls of your feet, never lie flat. Endure the storm. It may feel endless, but your preparation is your best defense. Nature's fury is swift. Respect it and act fast. Cold kills quietly. Hypothermia creeps in before you realize it. Shivering is your warning. Confusion and exhaustion mean danger. Stay dry, block the wind, and get wet clothes off fast. Fire is your lifeline. Find dry tinder, keep it burning, and use it to dry clothes and boost morale. Insulate yourself from the ground with leaves or pine needles. Never sleep directly on cold earth. Stuff dry material in your clothes for extra warmth. Use every resource. Fighting the cold is a battle you must win. Resourcefulness and relentless action are your only allies. Heat can be as deadly as cold. Dehydration and heat strokes strike fast. Avoid the sun's peak hours. Rest in shade, travel early or late. Cover up with loose, light clothing and protect your head. Manage your sweat. Move slowly. Take breaks and conserve water. Don't rush. Patience and planning beat the sun's relentless assault. Every drop of sweat is precious. Work with the environment, not against it. Stay cool, stay covered, stay calm. Water is your top priority. Without it, survival is measured in days. Look for green plants, animal tracks, and listen for running water. Assume all water is unsafe. Boil it if you can. If fire isn't possible, filter with sand and charcoal, but boiling is best. Collect rain, dew, or use a solar still if needed. Learn from nature. Animals and insects know where water hides. Creativity and vigilance can save your life. Even a small cut can be deadly in the wild. Stop bleeding fast. Apply firm pressure and elevate the wound. Don't panic. Stay calm and focused. Once bleeding slows, rinse with clean water and cover with a clean cloth. Infection is your next enemy. Keep the wound as clean as possible. This first aid buys you time to get to safety. Quick, calm action can mean the difference between life and death. A sickening crack, or just sudden searing pain. Breaking a bone in the wild is a true emergency. It can leave you immobile, desperate, and fighting despair. But you must act methodically. Immobilize the limb with a splint, sticks, cloth, whatever you have. Prevent movement, manage pain, and signal for help. Survival depends on your resolve and quick thinking. After you have stopped the bleeding from a cut or stabilized a broken bone, a new silent threat begins to grow. This enemy is infection. The wilderness is full of bacteria and germs. Every cut, scrape, or open wound is an open door for these microscopic invaders to enter your body. An infection might not seem like a big deal at first, but it can quickly turn a manageable injury into a fatal one. It can lead to fever, extreme pain, and sepsis, a life-threatening condition where the infection spreads throughout your entire body. Preventing infection is just as important as stopping the initial bleeding. You must be vigilant and keep your wounds as clean as possible. The signs of an infection are easy to spot if you know what to look for. The area around the wound will become red, swollen, and warm to the touch. It will become increasingly painful, with a throbbing or burning sensation. You might see pus, a thick yellowish or greenish fluid, draining from the wound. As the infection gets worse, you might see red streaks starting to spread from the wound up your limb. This is a sign of lymphangitis, which means the infection is spreading through your lymphatic system. This is a very serious warning. If you develop a fever and chills, your body is losing the fight. You are in a race against time. Your best defense against infection is cleanliness. You must clean any wound thoroughly and regularly. If you have access to clean, boiled water, use it to flush the wound 2 or 3 times a day. If you don't have water to spare, you can still help keep it clean by changing the bandage regularly with the cleanest cloth you have. Allow the wound to get some air when you are resting in a clean, dry place. If you see any pus, you must gently press around the wound to help it drain out. It is a grim task, but leaving the pus inside is like leaving poison in your body. Keeping the wound clean is an ongoing battle you must fight every day. Pain is your body's alarm system. It tells you that something is wrong. While you must endure it, you also need to manage it so you can think clearly and function. For pain from an injury like a sprain or a break, keeping the limb elevated can help reduce swelling and pressure. A cold compress, like a cloth soaked in cold stream water, can also help numb the area and reduce inflammation. For the pain of an infection, keeping it clean is the best treatment. The wilderness tests your physical and mental toughness. Managing injury and pain requires a calm mind, careful action, and an unbreakable will to survive. It is a brutal, painful test, but one you must pass. Panic is a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. The world you knew vanishes, replaced by endless trees and fear. Your greatest enemy is not the wilderness, it's panic itself. It screams at you to run, but running only gets you more lost. The first rule: stop. Stop, think, observe, plan, calm your mind. So, your brain is your best survival tool. Focus on shelter, water, and signaling for help. This is your first step back to safety. Once you are calm, the challenge of navigation begins. Without a map or compass, nature is your guide, just as it was for our ancestors. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Use a stick's shadow to mark east and west, and you'll find north and south. At night, Polaris, the North Star, shows you north. Moss often grows thickest on the north side of trees. Rivers flow downhill, follow them to find your way. These simple clues can guide you out of the wild. If you're lost, stay put. If you're injured, the weather is bad, or you know help is coming. Conserve energy and make yourself visible and loud. Use signals that stand out: 3 blasts on a whistle, 3 fires, or a bright cloth. Signal fires with thick smoke work well during the day. Make large ground signals like SOS or X with contrasting materials. A signal mirror or anything shiny can attract rescuers from afar. Stay calm, use your wits, and make your presence known. In the wild, we faced storms, found water, built fires, and navigated by sun and stars. These skills are your armor, but the true survival tool isn't a knife or compass. It's your spirit, your relentless will to live. That inner strength is what carries you through the darkest moments. When you're truly alone, it's your spirit that brings you home. The wilderness is not your enemy. It is a powerful neutral force. It does not care if you live or die. It simply is. To survive in it, you must learn to respect it. Respect its power, respect its dangers, and respect its beauty. The same storm that can bring life-threatening cold can also fill the streams with the water you need to live. The same forest that can make you feel hopelessly lost also provides the wood for your fire and the materials for your shelter. Survival is a dance with nature, not a war against it. It is about learning its rhythms and moving with them, using its gifts to your advantage while staying clear of its hazards. This respect is the foundation of a true survivor's mindset. Preparation is the physical form of respect. Before you ever step foot on a trail, you should prepare. Tell someone where you are going and when you expect to be back. This is the single most important thing you can do. Carry the 10 essentials: navigation, a headlamp, sun protection, first aid, a knife, fire-starting materials, shelter, and extra food, water, and clothes. Having these basic items can turn a potential disaster into a mere inconvenience. Do not rely on your cell phone. Do not assume the weather will hold. Do not think it will not happen to you. The wild demands respect, and preparation is how you show it. This guide has given you a glimpse into the world of survival. But reading about it is not enough. You must practice these skills. Go into your backyard and try to start a fire without matches. Go on a local hike and practice navigating with a map and compass. Learn to identify a few edible and medicinal plants in your area. The more you practice these skills when you are not under pressure, the more they will become second nature. When a real emergency strikes, you will not have to think. You will simply act. Your hands will remember what to do, even when your mind is reeling from fear. Practice builds confidence, and confidence silences panic. The call of the wild is a powerful one. It draws us to beautiful, remote, and untamed places. It offers us adventure, solitude, and a connection to something larger than ourselves. Do not let the dangers described here fill you with fear. Instead, let them fill you with respect and a desire to be prepared. Go out and explore this incredible world, climb the mountains, hike through the forests, and paddle the rivers, but go with knowledge, go with the right gear, and go with a spirit that is prepared to face any challenge. Be a smart adventurer, be a respectful visitor, and you will always find your way back.